Okay, hey guys, it's Paul from BabelTEQ here, where we help independent online ESL teachers to scale their business into a profitable, sustainable, full-time income. So you're an ESL teacher and you want to sell your lessons. So what are your options for selling those? So you can sell your lessons one at a time, of course. You could sell one lesson booked for X number of recurring weeks in advance. That's fine. You could sell a package of lessons. Like, let's say you could sell a package of 10, 15, 20 lessons, and then the student books those lessons at their convenience, according to your availability, of course. So all of those are good options, and all of those are options which you can execute with a BabelTEQ website. But how about another option, which is, let's say you have a group. Let's say you have a group class, and so you already have defined dates and times for these classes. You want to have multiple attendees in each session. So in those cases, you really want to sell that group course as an event. So there shouldn't be any sort of flexibility about when the students attend those lessons. I assume that you'd want them to attend all of them. So it's a little bit of a different, it's a little bit of a different business case. So how could you do that? How could you sell that? So I guess you could put like a PayPal button on your website, and you could collect the payment and then give them another form to fill in with some, and get the students to add some information about themselves. And that's probably fine. But you get to a point where the issue is, like, how do you control the number of attendees? Let's say, for example, I only want to have 4 attendees for an online Zoom session. Let's say I only want to have 4 attendees. So how do I make sure that I don't get 5 people book? How do I make sure that I don't get 10 people book? It would be a bit awkward if that would happen. So it's kind of like like an availability control issue. So what are the options there? Well, with a BabelTEQ website, we do actually have an option for that, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, so this is a little page I've created. This is for my demo site. Do you need English for accounting? It's a 3-week online lesson program, 50-minute group lessons. So I've got a bit of a course outline here. Week 1 is the meeting basics. Week 2, presentation skills. Week 3, interview fundamentals. I've got my testimonials there. Got some FAQs there. Call to actions. Got the navigation menu in the footer. So I need something in here, some sort of a payment form, so I can get people to join this course, join this defined schedule of group lessons. So how do we do this? All right, let's come across to the dashboard here. You can see I'm under bookings. Okay, these are all just dummy bookings, by the way. Now, if you're already using BabelTEQ, you're probably familiar with services, where this is where we input our lesson availability, things like single lessons, things like lesson packages. Okay, so you might be already familiar with those, but in this case, what we're going to do is use something called events, which we haven't really documented up to this point, but I think this is a really useful feature. So if I click on events here, okay, and what have we got? Right, so there are no events yet. So we're going to make an event. So let's click on event, and we have to give it an event name. So let's call it 3-week business bootcamp. How about that? Now let's pick a date for this. I'm going to choose first Wednesday in January. Yeah, okay, let's make it that. I'll double click on that. So 5th of January. And I have to set a time for this first group class. So this is all relative to my time zone, by the way. So the students might see a different time depending on where they are. I'm going to make it from 9 a.m. to, let's say, 11. 9 a.m. until 11. Okay. So that's the first week. Then let's add another date. And we want this to be January the 12th. Sorry, not October 12th. Yeah. Is that right? 12th, yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, January 12th, and let's make it again the 9 a.m. And we'll finish at 11. Right, and let's add another date, the final date. So this will be January the 19th. Okay, January 19th. And just for fun, let's shift the time on this one. Let's make it 10 a.m. just to demonstrate that it doesn't all have to be the same time. 10 till 12 midday. Let's make it. Okay. Right. So we've got our 3 dates and times in there for the 3-week business boot camp. Let's say what are we going to do? What are we going to do now? So is this a recurring event? Nope. No, it's not. Are we going to make it open immediately? Yes. Yeah, why not? Let's let it be immediately available for a booking. Booking closes when the event starts. We probably don't want that, because that means that somebody can book into that event like right up until the last minute before the event begins, which could be a bit awkward. So let's not do that. Let's say, when is the first session? It's on the 5th. So let's say I want to close registrations for this on January the 3rd, I guess, January 3rd, and we'll make it at midnight. That's fine. So we have to set a price now. This is per attendee. So let's make it $150, I guess. You probably never want to have enabled deposits here. This would be more for in an offline type scenario, which some of you might be doing, and post-pandemic, maybe we'll all be doing more of it. But if you have, let's say, for example, you've got a business where some of your lessons are online and some of them are offline. In the case of the offline type, you could ask for attendees to pay a deposit now, and then they pay the balance when they attend. So that's a possibility. But I think for anyone who's doing just online business, you want to keep that off. Let's say we want to allow 4 spots. Yeah, maximum allowed 4 spots. Allow bringing other persons? No. Allow the same person to book more than once? No. Okay, address, well, it's online, so we don't need to worry about that. Zoom user, so this is the person who's going to be conducting the Zoom meeting. So, and you should have already, of course, set up your Zoom integration with your calendar, and we've got other videos about how to do that, along with videos about how to set up your payment gateway integration. I'm going to select myself as the staff member. You can have multiple staff. Now, this is one of the differences between events and lessons. With the lesson, you can only have like 1 staff member, 1 employee, 1 teacher, effectively per session. With an event, you could have multiple. So that could be useful, for example, if it's you and someone else, and you're doing sort of like a co-teaching space. That might be good for webinars and that kind of thing. All right, so let's give this a description. 3-week business English boot camp covering meetings, presentations, and interview skills. Okay, before we finish here, let's go up to customize. And what I want to do here is add a few images. I prepared, and I have already uploaded 3 slides which kind of showcase the content of each week of the program. So let me just click on that there. Yeah. And so I've gone straight to the media library, and I want to choose these 3 slides which I uploaded earlier. Okay, so I've got week 1, week 2, week 3. Okay, and you can move those around, get them in the right order, but it looks like they already are. What else we've got to do? So settings, general, minimum time required before canceling. So by default, it's set to 1 day. Redirect URL after booking. I haven't set up a thank you page yet, but I should do that. And when I've done when I've created a thank you page, you want to put in the URL here, so that after somebody books, they get sent to the thank you page. And I've got a blog article about why thank you pages are a good idea and all the opportunities that come with having thank you pages. But anyway, that's what this is for. Payments. So yeah, we'll allow PayPal and Stripe. And integration. So there is this thing called Lesson Space. It's kind of like an online whiteboard classroom type thing. You can sign up for it if you like. I think that's $19 a month. I'm not sure how many people are going to be interested in it. Maybe larger organizations, that would be their cup of tea. I'm just going to turn that off. All right, so I think we're good to go. Yep, okay, so let's save that. Okay, so you can see now it's populated here on my events screen, and I can see that I've got these 3 events on the 5th of January, 12th of January, 19th of January. It's got the available times on there. It also shows when the bookings open, which is now, and when the bookings close. The status of this is open, which means that there is availability. You can see here so far I've got 0 spots, 0 of 4 spots. There are no attendees at the moment, but if there were, you could click on here and you could see who had signed up to attend. You've got the option to edit anything that we've just done. So if I were to edit one of these, so I think if you edited one of these, it would also populate for the others as well, unless that they're on a different time. I think if it's on a different time, then you'd have to go in and edit that one individually. But if they're scheduled for like the same time of day, then I think that any edits you make to one populate to the others as well. Okay, so that looks good. So we'll take note here of the ID. So ID equals 1. Okay, and I need to grab a short code, which I've got over here. So it's the short code is open bracket Amelia events event equals and then the event ID. So let's go over to here. So I'm going to activate the page editor. I've got a HTML module in here already. So let's pop that in there. It's event ID equals 1. Save that. Done. Publish. And refresh the page. And we should have a booking form. There we go. So now we've got this this booking form. So somebody who wants to join this event, this group, this scheduled series of 3 lessons, they can do that through here. You can see a price on here. So if they want, if they like, they can click on these calendar, sorry, the gallery items, and they can see here, you know, whatever slides you've uploaded. So that might be a good way of promoting the group as well. Something to consider. So they can see the dates and the times on here. They can see the first and last dates of this event. We've got our description in here: 3-week business English bootcamp covering meetings, presentations, and interview skills. So what I might do is let's close that and let's log out. Right, so here, so this, oh, actually that's not it. We want to join a group. Yeah, so this is the booking form for joining a group. So what someone joining this group would do is they'd click on continue. Okay, and this is where they put in a first name, a last name, their email address, phone number, choose a payment method, and you can allow, or you can enable coupons. So this is something which I believe you can't do through Calendly unless Calendly has been updated. But last time I checked, Calendly doesn't have coupons, which are always a good promotional tool. So somebody would go through here and book. So why don't we just try that? Smith. I choose Stripe and use a dummy. The month is well, any month will do. Okay, and so that all looks good. So let's confirm the payment. Bingo, there you go. So it says, thank you, your booking is complete. So so now that student, John Smith, he gets an email. The email contains a link to his customer panel, and he can log into his customer panel, and in there he gets links for all of the Zoom sessions. So there is a unique Zoom ID for each of the 3 weeks, and so he can manage all that through his customer panel and attend via those links. So I hope that demonstrates well the process through which you can use the BabelTEQ to create a group event and sell attendances to those events for multiple employees, and I think multiple students, I should say, and I think that's a really good way to scale your business. I mean, you only have so much time in the day, but if you can sell group sessions with multiple attendees, and potentially, that the number of attendees could be quite high. So that's a really good way to scale your business. So I'm going to stop sharing now. All right, so I hope that's been helpful. And as always, so if you'd like to know more about BabelTEQ, check us out at BabelTEQ.com. That's BabelTEQ.com. Also, check out the links to our blog and podcast. All right, so take care. Bye for now.